What is going on, everyone? It's TK, and today we're looking at a crazy army that I've come up with, and it's here. Guys, we have no royal champion. Yes, this is going to be one of those first armies that I think the RC can take a rest. So, what I did on this army and what I kind of realized with the Minion Prince new equipment is that, guys, you can do solo charges. This doesn't have to be with invisibility spells because it's tough to control the minion prince when there is air traps and air defenses. So obviously we're gonna have two revive spell. And guys, trust me on this. This army is like a tank. We got Electro Titan, Golem, Ice Golem going front, 10 super giants right behind, absolutely no jump spell because these giants actually damage the wall bigger than Root Riders. They go through it like nothing. It's incredible. So we have a heal spell basically for early on. Some people have poison towers, so it's good to heal them. Sometimes you don't want to really pop Warden ability too early, but you see the giants are going down, and we got a rage spell. One thing we're going to do with the king and queen is they're going to be on the outside helping us out. We do have a skeleton spell and also invisibility spells. These going to be for the warden, charge, and also activation of invisibility towers, which we will get to the attacks very soon and show you how these work. Now, this army can technically also work with a siege barracks and also one of these like throwers or like troop throwers, whichever you want to call them. These two together can work with the army, so either one, which either attack, it's good. You know, on the outside you got queen, king, and two witches, so sometimes you could just drop some of those valkyries inside the base. Now let's dive into some of these attacks because trust me, this strategy is going to surprise you. So we're here and we are on a double rage tower. Now this base of myself is super crazy. It works really well in Legends. It actually did defend mask in hard mode tournaments. Recently we've done ladder stage, and I was just doing friendly challenges on my best bases so I can show it works. And we're not going for a crazy greedy fireball like on a rage tower itself. We're going for the sides of the rage tower, one of the defenses. Now look at this pool. This is where things get interesting. Always wallbreaker quickly because of course the giants could end up going on the outside depending on the Tesla placement. Now we're gonna have that Sneezy deploying these boogers to try to tank for the healers. Everything going in, and notice the minion prints. Guys, we got snakes, we got wizards, we got witches, skeletons, and super giants with loons and boogers dying. Everything providing so much to this minion prints. And now this is where you have two options. One is of course with that freeze ability of the minion prince, and the other one which is working really well is the pants. Now I brought the freeze because the freeze was in the game for longer and more people have the freeze ability like the dark orb. Guys, look at this, like the giants are having no care to go through two rage towers without a warden ability. Minion Prince dying, we're gonna kind of give him a few more seconds that bring him back. Now we're gonna go with the kind of the, you know, rage abilities of him like the dark crown. He's crushing through the back end with a solo act. This is what I love about this new equipment. I actually did a Heartman attack recently in a tournament. And guys, this minion prince is so strong for the backend in hard mode because the way it boosts the damage and I would even say a bit of its HP, that it matches the hard mode damage, so they together look like they are normal mode, if you know what I mean. That's why you can see we are having crazy amount of endless troops at the end, and of course 3 heroes alive. Now on my other base I have the Warden coming from the top side. This is also one of the best bases I have. It's been defending so well in the wars, and it also doesn't have rage towers. It's a diamond base with 2 poison towers. One thing I love is you don't have a care. You can go opposite side of the town hall even though it's a the fireball strategy. Now don't forget to drop the minion prince quite early on because you need the troops to die. So before that you need to drop the loons. This kind of way we drop these troops is not as important, but make sure the minion prince is just dropped. Now you may have noticed we do not have a poison tower in this army or poison spell because it does not matter. People do have those kind of like, I would say, furnaces, And the super giants don't really care. Look at their HP, man. They're full. And we're still going in with the healing spell, of course, in this army, even though we got healers. So it's a very good thing. Now just notice the giants. They're gonna break through this wall like it's nothing. Minion Prince gathering those deaths from the kings, snakes, from the wizards, even the giants. Sometimes the healers die and he gets a lot. Now this is where you can pop his ability. If you had the pants, he would crush this backend before like dying, and it just doesn't matter. You can have those kind of revive spells, reviving him back to life for the eternity of that backend. And this is again a solo act. Look at the Minion Prince. He's gonna completely crush the entire backend, and you wouldn't be able to do that without the revive spell. These traps might be anywhere of the game, and if you have invisibilities, it might not be enough to keep him alive until the very end. And we don't even have that kind of, I would say, Phoenix with him, because you may have noticed we actually have the Fox. Because I noticed on a lot of the attacks, if there are no traps, of course, if even there was, you wouldn't really care too much because of the Phoenix. So the Phoenix can test for the traps. So it's very good to have the Fox with the Phoenix and with the Minion Prince, because the Fox actually makes him invisible. And it's quite interesting how that combination works, whereas he doesn't take too much damage if he's in the core. And the Fox can be kind of behind the giants and all the tanks that is going through the base. Again, another hit which absolutely wrecked the base. Now we're going to move on to another hit. Now I showed you those bases because it was like different styles. So we are gonna have another style, and this is one of Dark on Top's bases that Itsu brought on his channel. So we're gonna go with a quick fireball on the monolith, easy and simple funnel before the boogers actually pull a Tesla. I know the traps of this base, there's a lot of giant bombs on the sides, which we do not care. We're gonna go with the giants, and imagine this, you need to drop the Minion Prince again, but he's gonna be invisible for a long time and just go invisible for the eternity of the base. Now we got some giants on the sides just to get added. You can keep 1 or 2 giants to drop it in front of your queen at the very end, but look at this, we're gonna have a healing spell. Meantime, the Minion Prince actually gathering deaths again and again. This attack, we're going with the Troop Thrower. It's dropping the Valkyries. That helps the giants kill the clan castle and move on. You may have noticed, as I said, we don't have the Royal Champion. So this army does not take any back-end Royal Champion, any startup Royal Champion, any crazy Royal Champion epic equipment upgrades. It's amazing how it works. And it does work for lower Minion Prince equipment level as well. Notice the Minion Prince again. He's gonna have another solo act. The giants are going to go crazy on these bases when you're going around them, and you just now need to have invisibilities and double of these kind of revive spells to keep the Minion Prince going. This is what I call the Minion Prince charge with this equipment. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing how it works. And notice I brought this army because I know a lot of comments said, well, it doesn't work with ground strategies. What strategy can you pair it with? Well, I really wanted to prove people wrong and pair it with a ground strategy because you can see the power. It does not matter if you don't have a Royal Champion. When was the last attack you guys remember you didn't need the Royal Champion for absolutely anything? King, Queen, and Minion Prince can do everything, and the Warden is your startup. This army works really well with each other. Of course, you can do some adjustments to it in case you're doing it in wars. You need certain things adjusted, maybe you need extra headhunters or something, and usually you can do it. But of course, I found that this army is the perfect combination right now for me on the ground with the Minion Prince new equipment. I would love to hit this in hard mode and tournaments, try to show it off to streamers and YouTubers, even my teammates and clanmates, because this army is just super interesting. The way we're using the Fox and the Minion Prince inside the base, whereas he's gonna be the starting of the game and finishing the game. It's crazy strong. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. As always, the link of this army will be down below in the description, and if you have any suggestions of strategies that you think like it's working really well for you with the new Minion Prince equipment, make sure to write it down below and I will read the comments and respond to every single one of you. Again, hopefully I'll see you soon tomorrow. Take care and peace.